Toonami Studios.
King in Black, issue number 4. Okay, where to start? I've been very mixed on this book just because I get it. I'm not a Venom fan. I'm not really an X-Men fan currently. I like some of the stuff going on, so this book had a lot of stuff that made me go, I get it. I've also been very vocal in saying I don't think Donny Cates is the god sent to comics like some people do. Now, I really like a lot of his work. I think it's all very well constructed, well created. Everything about it I think is very well done. But he is about as equal as half the people working in comic books today. There are so many great talents that I think for some reason he just rises to the top because he's been able to take a no-name character like Venom and turn it into something magical. Well, there's a lot of writers doing that right now at Marvel, so I don't think Donny Cates is special or better than them in any way. I think he's on par with a lot of the talents right now at Marvel. So, we come into King in Black. I didn't really enjoy this issue. I'll be honest with you guys. I get what it was going for. I think it was cool in a lot of the stuff it portrayed, but I don't care. I'm not an Eddie Brock fan. I have no emotional connection to Dylan. Some of the reveals here just didn't matter to me. So we'll get into it and we'll talk about it. First off, let's start with the idea that Null is gunning for Dylan. He's trying to take over his mind and help him. But as this is happening, there's another voice in Dylan's head that we won't learn about till later. But it's pretty obvious if you see the cover of the book who the voice in Dylan's head is telling him to fight and listen to them. So it's kind of like two opposing forces, Null and this other voice telling Dylan to come to them in different ways and how this plan is going to work out. But Dylan's kind of freaking out. He doesn't really know who he's going to listen to. And he's kind of being persuaded by Null in some sense, but then he just loses control and he lashes out against Null and burns him. And we see that doing this is able to free a lot of the other heroes trapped inside, like Cyclops, the Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and Thor, Doctor Strange, Black Cat. And it's looking good. Like I said, too, the artwork I still think is very mixed because there are certain moments, especially at the beginning here, when you see like Null and Dylan fighting, that looks really good, but some of this other stuff looks kind of rushed in my opinion, and I don't really enjoy looking at it. Like, it just lacks that certain gravitas that we've seen from like Stegman. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a dick for no reason when it comes to this book. I don't know. We see that the voice comes to Doctor Strange and he's able to wield this staff. They give him some more magic and he becomes like this weird omnipotent Agamotto guy. I don't know. Is this a look he's had before? He's an all-powerful sorcerer supreme with a stick now. It looks great. So everyone's got the plan in their heads from this mysterious voice on what they're going to do to get out. It's pretty much just everyone using their powers to the extreme. So we see Cyclops is doing it, Invisible Woman's doing it, Doctor Strange is doing it. It looks cool. I love seeing Invisible Woman using her powers to the extreme. That shit is dope to me. I like that a lot. They're pushing their way through the center. Everyone's blasting in different areas, and it looks like it's working well. Suddenly it's Namor's turn to come in and fight the battle and do the good fight. Spider-Man's like, what the hell's going on? Why did nobody tell me what's going on? Suddenly he gets the idea of what's happening. Storm and Thor use their powers to clear a path for people to get through. It makes sense that this is what's happening. You know, like, I think the plan itself, I get it. The voice in the head, we all know who it is, but we'll get to the reveal in a bit. And, you know, everyone's doing their part. It's making headways. This stuff looks good to me. The wide shots of all the dragons and the symbiotes and the celestials, that looks good to me. Some of the close-ups, not the best, but that's okay. So Null and Dylan are still kind of at it. It looks like Null's about to defeat him, but then a big blast of psychic energy shows up. And who is it? The voice in everybody's head? It's Jean Grey. Duh. Like, we know this. And I'm not saying it's like meant to be a surprise it's Jean Grey, but it's just kind of like, why do you have to bury the lead? Why couldn't we just say from the beginning it's Jean Grey? Because we needed the splash page to show her coming out. Look, I'm not a big Jean Grey fan. I don't think I've ever liked the character. I don't think I have. I'm trying to think of my favorite Jean Grey story, and I couldn't tell you for the life of me what a good Jean Grey story is. I couldn't. I guess I don't know any. But I guess I'm like, yeah, I like this one with Jean Grey. I think it worked well. The character is interesting enough here. She's got the Marvel Girl costume, so she's blasting through. She's able to take down Null a little bit, and when she's inside his head, she feels his presence of something else. You know, everything we spent the last issue talking about, we're summing it up again. The opposite to Null, the opposite symbiote, something that's like the light to the dark. We know all this. We know all this. Why is this acting like it's a surprise? So Scott comes to help Jean. She's like, it's a symbiote. The symbiote of light, it's here. It's coming. We have to find it. It's hurting. It's trapped. We can hear it. It's crying. It's screaming. We need to find it. And we see Norrin Radd is able to free the god of light, this light symbiote thing. He frees it through it. He blasts it down to find its host. Null's freaking out like, no, you can't do it. And this is where I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. I really wish it was Norrin Radd who was the god of light. I really do, just because that makes sense. That makes more sense than the outcome we have in this book. So he frees the light. It's going to go find its host. We see Reed Richards in the lab with Eddie Brock in the bed beside him. He finds the light and he realizes everything can connect because the energy signature matches something before. And he's like, huh, you're just like Captain Universe. And he's like, I finally got the Enigma Force solved. And the light blasts in, and it becomes Eddie Brock. And it looks like Eddie Brock's going to be the new Captain Universe, which, that's fine. If you want it to be Captain Universe, that's fine. I'll tell you right now, I don't care. You know, I was thinking about how can I best describe the Captain Universe reveal. I was thinking about that, like, Richard Ayoade thing when he was on, like, 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, where he's just like, oh, we lost, I don't care. And he's just like, that's great news, probably to somebody who cares. You know, it's like, that's great. I'm sure there's so many people out there who are so excited that we are seeing the Captain Universe return. That's so cool. I'm sure everyone's losing their minds at this. I don't care. That's great. That's great news to somebody who cares. I have no connection to Captain Universe. I don't care for that. I'm glad it's back. That's cool to see. Maybe I can like it in something else now, but everything else I'm like, yeah, okay. Have fun with that. It doesn't mean anything to me. And Eddie Brock, I know it's a Venom book, but Eddie Brock, the host of the God of Light, Eddie Brock? Really? Not Peter Parker? Not Norrin Radd? Not Thor? Not Benjamin Grimm? Eddie Brock, who only recently became a likable character. I know it's a Venom book, guys. I know it's a Venom book. But Eddie Brock, really? Dylan would make more sense to me. Because Eddie Brock sucks. He is the... let's stop. I'm not going to get into the Eddie Brock stuff. It's a fine book. Seeing the plan in action led by Jean Grey, that was kind of cool. The artwork had some really nice moments, but some really spotty moments too. It was a very mixed book for me in that regard. The story elements of Captain Universe and all that don't matter to me, but we'll see how this concludes in the next issue. I guess it was fun. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it though. It was just a book that came out that made me go, oh yeah, fun, cool. What's next from Marvel? I don't know, but I'm excited to see what's coming. So that's about it for me in this book. I don't really have anything else to say. It's just Eddie Brock when Norrin Radd was right there. Okay, whatever. I'll let it slide. So, King in Black issue 4. Did you guys like this issue? Maybe you did more than me. Maybe I'm just a dick. I don't know. I feel that sometimes when I don't like something that's popular, I always get the criticism, oh, you don't like things that are popular just because you like being different. I'm like, yeah, I like being different, but also, just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good or it's going to captivate me. This book had some cool elements, but it also had stuff that made me go, this is cool for somebody who cares. I don't, so it doesn't matter to me. King in Black issue number 4, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.